Hello. I'm gonna do my hair, and it could go horribly wrong, so I thought I'd film it because everyone needs a laugh once in a while, don't they, at somebody else's expense. So you're welcome. I've recently put a temporary colour in that was sort of, I mixed some red and blue together because I did, and it was red, which was my aim, but I wanted like a blue undertone, which didn't really come out. You'll see. Anyway, and then I was like, that started to wash out. I still had a little bit of red at the roots, but I just, and then put a pink in it, and that was fun. But the pink still hasn't really come out. It doesn't really show very well on camera at all, but it hasn't come out amazingly, so I'm kind of worried, kind of nervous about how this is going to turn out. But you know what? What's the worst that can happen? At the end of the day, it's only hair, isn't it? So it grows back, and if it doesn't, then I'll just get a wig. I mean, it will grow back. Obviously, it will grow back. So I'd have to do something really wrong for it to not grow back at all. Might happen. I don't like the gloves that come with these things, so I've got some of these ones which rip out your hair, but I'd rather do that than get all vexed because I can't work out the fucking gloves. So that's that. I've got a little bowl. I've got a bubble in my throat. Loads of these brushes. I don't know how I've acquired so many. I've also got this mirror because everyone likes a challenge, so it's nice to be able to only see a small portion of your face and your head at one time. And I got clips and I got brushes, and you know, I've got everything that I could possibly need except from a real life hairdresser. So never mind. Let's crack on, shall we? So the instructions say to do it on dry, unwashed hair. So I didn't wash my hair, which is why it looks skank.
I tried to do that thing where you train it to not be so greasy. Didn't work for me. I didn't wash it for about possibly 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half. I actually can't remember. It's the beginning of lockdown. I don't remember now. But it definitely didn't work, and it just made me feel like a disgusting freak. So if it works for you, amazing. But it didn't work for me.
So okay, my plan is to sort of ombre it. Now I've ombreed my hair before. I mean, it's definitely darker at the top and it's lighter at the bottom, and it doesn't seem to be too bad. There's a kind of line here-ish, but let's get rid of that. And then, as my dear friend Laura always likes to say, when I've got ratty ends, she tells me I've got ratty ends. So so I'll probably chop them off, maybe. Now there's an actual technique that I've seen, so I'm going to try that and hope for the best. So I'm going to start by mixing up my colour, or bleach, or whatever it is. It's definitely not colour, it's definitely bleach. So I'm going to do that. Nice. Well, that's that bit done. I've got whoa, I've got this little blue mixture which is really pungent, and I think I've burnt all of my nose hairs. So you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. That's cool. So now I think it's probably a good time to start. I think this is the appropriate time to put the gloves on. Actually, I'll separate my hair first. So I'm wearing a shirt that I don't mind getting bleach on. I think it'll be okay, but I'm hoping that the white won't be too difficult to see. But it's the only shirt that I didn't mind getting stuff on. I mean, usually I'd do this naked, so didn't really think that was appropriate. So plan is sort of just back comb it a bit so you don't get all of it.
It is kind of annoying when it comes to washing it, but what are you going to do? Then get one of your designated brushes. I think I want to go for this one because it's angled and I feel like that's probably better. So that is what I will do. And then I is gonna sort of just okay. Dip. Okay, yeah. I'm just
Well, it's done now. And I'm going to paint it on. Like Bob Ross. There's no such thing as mistakes, only happy accidents. Right, Bob?
this is fine. This is fine. It's great, everything's fine. And now I'm just gonna give up again already. That was a record. I've stuck it for much longer previously. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
So, I didn't know whether to cut it first and then dye it so that I could see like where I was placing it, but ratty ends. Anyway, I think that's enough of that. You don't need to see me do it all over. Maybe I'll time lapse it. I don't know. Oh, I think it's time to put a documentary on. So partway through, it's okay. It's getting quite hot, which I know that does happen because it's an exothermic reaction, blah blah blah. But it's not happened this hot before. So I mean, I'm quite glad that I haven't put foils on because that would be like, woo. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm just sort of like checking every now and again to make sure that it's still like staying on. And so far so good. So I think that's okay. It's also sort of foamed, which I didn't know that it was going to do that. It doesn't say that it's a foaming one, but whatevs. It's all right. It's okay. It's probably going to be fine. I just don't want to leave it on for too long because I don't want my hair to fall out. But I also don't want it to just go orange. So, oh, I guess we'll see.
So a concern that I've had whilst going through is that this is really light. And usually when I do ombre in my hair, I use more than one colour. So I tend to use the lightest colour on the ends and sort of blend it in as we go up. I did not have the resources available to me to do this, so it might not blend very well. And that thought has only just occurred to me. I just hope that we're staying locked down for a while, if that is the case.
Okay, so it's done. I've just read the instructions. Probably should have done that at the beginning, but I just read the instructions that say that I need to leave on for 25 minutes. Oh my sweet lord. Which is fine, but I mean, I'm here with like the hair in my face and it's on my neck and and I'm scared. To be honest, I'm scared. If it all does go to shit, then maybe I'll just dye it blue. I'm moving to Scotland. It's the colour of their flag, so it makes sense. I finished it and then I had a tiny little bit left over. Like, one thing would not be enough to do your whole head, just so you know. So then I went back over a little bit because in this case, more is definitely more. Yeah. I don't really know how the back looks. Do I care? Yeah, of course I care. But do I care that much? No, not really, because as my carer Tours would say, I'm really sorry if I've said that wrong, because I actually watch her all the time whilst doing my hula hooping. Ah, I've got a parcel. I can't go and get it right now. Anyway, so yeah, so as my carer Tours would say, it's at the back and I don't see the back, so I also did some blonde bits at the front so that I would see that and feel blonde. Oh god. So for the next, I guess, 15 minutes, I don't know, I should have put a timer on. I'm going to probably pray that it comes out okay. I keep having new thoughts as I go through this process, such as your ends are going to be really light and the top of your hair is going to be still quite red. I think it's even showing even more now, so that's cool. I went downstairs and my mum was like, it's blue. I was like, it's fine. It's fine. It's supposed to be. It's fine. But she then said, but when are you going to do the top bit? I was like, I'm not. She's like, well, what's the point of that? I was like, fashion. She's, but you were complaining about it still being red. I was like, but they didn't have any more on Amazon. So this is it. This is it now. Committed. It's happened. This bit is is really showing how pink it. Oh fuck! You can't see. It's really pink. Okay. Okay. So as we all know, I didn't put a timer on, and I think that this is enough. I think it's enough. There's definitely some copper tones in there, but then it will match the top, right? So this is okay, right? Let's wash it out. I used purple shampoo. I don't know if I was supposed to or not. And I don't know if it's made a difference or not. Who knows? There is also 2 conditioners that came with the thing. And one was like to reseal. It's called, on the box, it says Innovation Omegaplex. Now, I have heard of Olaplex. And so therefore I went, oh, okay, that sounds similar. Sure, let's do for that. Do for that. That doesn't make sense. Never mind. So
That is supposed to sort of like reseal your hair, kind of. Up to 80% less hair breakage, better visible hair quality, crystal clear blonde. Neutralise unwanted yellow undertones. So then there was a second thing that was a blue conditioner. It wasn't blue, it was definitely purple. And I feel like it didn't make much of a difference, but I also don't know. So no one will ever know because nobody saw it. There's a fun fact. So I'm going to put some face on and allow it to just dry a little bit. And
hello again. So I'm back. I've put some clothes on. I've put some makeup on because there's actually nothing worse than when you go to the hairdressers. And I mean, if you were clever enough to put foundation on in the first place, or any makeup on in the first place, then you sort of slick your hair back and you get this little line from where they've accidentally rubbed it away. You know what I mean? But if you made the rookie error of not putting any on, and then they slick your hair back and you look in the mirror and you just think, have I always looked like someone's big toe? Because I swear I didn't when I walked out this morning. You know? Exactly. So I put some makeup on. Texture spray, which I haven't used for a very long time. So I'm going to use some of that because we need protection. Always wear protection. So that's that. And then I'm going to dry it off on a sort of a coolish temperature because I'm not a complete monster and I don't want to ruin my hair. So I'm going to use a coolish temperature because I know that I am going to have to straighten my hair in order to cut it the way that Brad Mondo has told me to do it. So I'll be back. It's dry. I've come to the window so that you can see in the light. Okay, it's kind of dry, but it's nowhere near as bad as I was expecting it to be. It could have gone a lot worse. Yeah, definitely. It could have gone a hell of a lot worse. Could have gone a lot better. Also, yes. Yeah. But I don't actually hate it. So now the question is, do I potentially ruin it further by cutting it? The answer is yes, absolutely. It's not even a question. My hair is straight. Now, Brad has said, he said to part it down the middle, or he said to part it where you have your hair parted, but I usually just go like that. So that doesn't really help. And whenever I tell hairdressers that that's what I do, they go, okay, we'll do it down the middle. So I've got to part it down the middle and then section it. But I feel like that's going to be really hard to do on camera, so I'm going to not do it on camera.
okay, so I've done that. I think that looks okay. I don't really know. I think it's right. And now I've got to put a hairband in where I want to cut it. So I don't, but I've also got to do it so I'm not bringing it forwards. I need to bring it back to like where it naturally sits. So I really don't want to do too much because you can always take some more off, but you can't put it back on again. So plan is do as little as possible. There are front bits as well that I think are going to pop out. Yeah, they're going to pop out because I don't know why, but they're really short. Maybe that's just what happened when she framed my face. So hopefully, I think that's okay. There it is. I don't know. Let's go with it. I think this is fine. There's a lot of ends there. Oh no, that's
Okay, so I redid it with smaller bands because I just felt like the others were too chunky. This bit has definitely fallen out and I think that's okay. And then I've done it on the back as well. Now it has to lay flat, so this is also me checking how flat it is on the back. So like that. I'm hoping that's okay. It feels, oh, I don't know, it feels alright, but I'm not sure. So we'll see. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I've finally done it to all, oh, what hurt my mouth. Finally done it to all 4 bits. Brad has said that if you have somebody who is available to help, then you can use them. I'm like, yeah, I could, but actually I'm really proud and I want to do it by myself. I'm like a toddler. So now let's see what happens next. It's cut time. So I have my scissors and I'm gonna cut it basically. Point cutting. I've also got a mat down so that it's nice and easy clean up, and then I'll give it out to the birds. It's like ASMR. I do love the sound. I feel like I'm going to cut myself if I do it like that. Okay, well, I am definitely covered in my own hair, so I guess that's a good start.
So we're letting them out. Now, there's a definite step. I think less so in that one. But there is a definite step there. But I think we can neaten that up.
Okay, so I went through and I neatened it up in places. There are a few little, like, ledges kind of thing. But you know what? I'm pretty happy with that. Nice. It gets rid of the shitty, nasty ends that I've just bleached. Feels nice. Actually, my hair feels really nice. So, yeah, I'd say that's a winner. Thinking about cutting a fringe in. Kidding.